Mr. Speaker, while the Minister of Finance has not told us much, what he has said is that he gave direction to sell some shares in his family company when he came into office. He said he doesn't remember exactly when, just like he didn't remember that he owned a company in France. These non-answers simply raise more questions. Why didn't the Finance Minister take the opportunity to sell all of his shares in Morneau when he was first elected, instead of hiding them in a numbered company in Alberta?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
I'm trying to understand the line of reasoning. They're saying he should have sold all his shares or he shouldn't have sold all of his shares, Mr. Speaker. The fact is, what I see from this week on the opposition's part is they want to talk about anything else but the economy, because on that front, the Finance Minister has delivered for Canadians more than they ever could in the 10 years they were in power. We have 600,000 jobs created, most of them full-time, the fastest growth in the G7, and the unemployment rate in its nearest lows in a decade, and its lowest in a decade. So that's the Finance Minister's record, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Carlton Trail, Eagle Creek.
Well, Mr. Speaker, what we have learned is that the Minister of Finance is quite forgetful. He forgot to disclose the company that holds his French villa. He forgot to ask the Ethics Commissioner for clearance to introduce Bill C-27, and he can't seem to recall when he sold 680,000 shares in Morneau. Perhaps he will remember this. Before he made his late November 2015 sale of those 680,000 shares, did the Minister clear it with the Ethics Commissioner first?
Yes.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What the Conservatives forgot for 10 years was to grow the economy and to take care of the middle class, and that's something the Finance Minister has done remarkably well in the last 2 years, creating 600,000 jobs, growing our economy at the fastest pace in the G7, and I do understand why they don't want to talk about it. They focus on the Finance Minister making all sorts of false and baseless accusations they wouldn't dare to repeat outside. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.